Who have we got? We've got the George and Travis. George and Travis. Hello. Hello. He's binging it. Oh, what have we just done? George is in the house. Travis is in the house. Very good. And Lucas as well. Sorry, Lucas, I didn't see you there. Now, which Lucas? Because it just says Facebook user. It says Facebook user and Lucas is here, but I don't know which Lucas. And George, your camera's gone. I can't see you. I'm gonna get you to put in here. Ask to start video. George. Ask to start video. Yep, I've started. I've asked anyway, so we'll see. I can see Travis. I can't see anybody else. Lucas and George. Legs are a bit tight today. We're going to start because it is 5:40. We have to be here on time so we can get cracking, get stuff done. Oh, the shadow. You have to get these lights sorted out. All right, parallel stance. Travis is here. Chadir. Kunga. Right, Travis. Let's get the arm moving. Big circles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Big circles. They're little ones. Me. Hop. Yeah, other one. 1, 2, 3. Touch the ceiling. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Forward this time, or the other way. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep. 9, 10. Change. 1, 2. I can see G there. Oh, Lucas G. Just worked out. It still says Facebook user. So what you're best to do, if you send a message to me, you're best to say who it's from. Put the initials. No, don't put the initials. Put in the first name, at least, and then the surname or the initial, followed by your message, because it just says Facebook user. If you haven't given StreamYard permission to use your name, it won't use your name. It just says Facebook user or YouTube user. Hey, George is in. Well done, George. He's there. All right. So let's do some training then. It's going to be techniques, and we're going to start with the techniques of your patterns. So the people that are on, I'm going to make sure I remember who's on, so I can make sure I cover specifically your patterns, your techniques. I'm not going to do the whole lot. If there's no white belts in, I'm not going to do white belt stuff. If there's no green belt in, I'm not going to do green belt. There is a green belt, but just for example, yeah. If there's no 7th cup, I'm not going to do 7th cup stuff. We've got Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. And we're going to cater for whoever's online. So it's going to be George. I can see Travis, and I know Lucas is on. Lucas G, George, Lucas, and Travis. Right, 3 out of 45, 48. All right, here we go. Travis, 8th cup. I can't see your belts. My eyes are really bad. George, 4th cup, and Lucas is 6th cup. So let's start with Travis. Everybody's going to do Travis's stuff. All right, just to start with, just to get limbered up. If you do stuff from a lower grade, your body should be able to handle it because you've already done it thousands of times. We're going to start with knife hand garden block here. And funny enough, this one is actually in 4th cup pattern anyway. Okay, this one is the 6th cup pattern, but it's very, very similar. But everyone do knife hand guarding block in L stance. Now, what I want you to do, start practicing now. I'm going to talk to you while you're doing it. But while you're doing this technique, I want you to focus on your back leg. I want you to make sure your back leg is heaviest one. It's 70-30. George, you need to start doing knife hand guarding block in L stance. That's it. Make sure, good job. Well done. Make sure your back, don't buckle it. Don't do any of this crazy stuff with the knees. It should just be an L stance. Yeah? And here, 1, 2, and you're looking where you're. I wasn't looking where I was going because I'm watching you guys. But here, you should be watching each time you do a block. And the other thing I want you to stop doing, if you're doing it, I want you to stop doing this, is boink and then bouncing back up again, because you shouldn't. You should sit in a stance. Excuse me. Once you've done that stance, you should stay in that stance. You don't change it until you're told to, or if you're doing a pattern, then you'll move into the next one, obviously. So knife hand guarding block in L stance. L stance, knife hand guarding block. But for Travis, when I do this, Travis, here, don't swing your hands around. Don't swing the hands around. It should be forward. So point towards the screen. Or okay, you're doing it that way, that's fine. But if you're doing it towards the screen, aim your fingertips towards the screen. L stance, back leg is the heaviest one. Knife hand guarding block. All right, now George is going to add to this. George is, oh wait a minute, do it again, George. As long as he's not doing anything. That's better, you stayed in that one. And Lucas and Travis, once you've done that stance, you stay. No, Luke, Travis, you're bouncing out of it. No good. Here, you're rising up out of it. You stay in that stance. Otherwise, you're changing it. It's not what I asked you to do. That's it. No, you straightened your leg again. Stay in that position. You're straightening your leg. Keep it bent and then back up. Count 3 elephants and then come back up. Do not straighten your leg. You just did it again. You straightened your leg. Stay, lock. Hana, toes, set. Oh, you need to watch this video back. I can see. My eyes are trained. That's the problem. My eyes can see everything, even though I'm blind as a bat. So here, knife hand guarding block. I haven't moved because that's what I asked you to do to demonstrate. I've stayed in that stance. And then lock again. I haven't moved because I have to stay in the stance until I say barrow. Sure. All right, so that's when you come out of it or you're going into another technique. George is going to do the same thing. 1 and 2. You're getting good at this, George. But when you're doing this, elbow, don't turn the body round. Okay? Make sure your front knee is bent, but also make sure your belly button is straight forward, not turned round opposite way. Straight forward. Right, so you can get cracking with that one then. I can't see Lucas, unfortunately. Lucas is going to do a bending ready stance. But with the bending ready stance, Lucas, you can do it from the reverse punch, both sides. So start reverse punch, so it's the last cycle, if you like. Up, bend. Back again, up, bend, and then back again. And then change and do it the other side as well, just for balance. This isn't in the pattern, this side. Right foot forward is not in the pattern, but left foot forward is in the pattern. So if you start doing it, but do it on both sides, right? George is doing the beef palk up to Rigi, and Travis, you're going to do knife hand guarding block. 1, stay in the stance. 1 elephant, 2 elephant, 3, load, aim, fire. High punch. Yeah, you know this from the pattern, but start practicing those 2 techniques now, and then you may as well do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Left first, 1, 2 punch, load, aim, then 3, bend the knee, bend the back knee. Yeah, and then load, aim, 4. There you go. So you practice them just now. I want to make sure your hands and feet, it's mostly the stances. I want to make sure nobody's messing about and doing silly stances. Go on, George. You're going to do 1, 2, then change sides. 1, 2. Not bad. 3, 4. There you are. Make sure when you do the step, stop there, George. George, on your guarding block, just check your knees. Don't look, but just check that one's locked and it's at that angle there. Yeah, not this. We don't want that. Straight across. So let's go again. 1. Just check the other hand, George. Remember this one? As long as it's not up here by your neck. Here, solar plexus. Then Wipao up. Good. That's too high though. I think bring it down a little bit so it's just past your dip. Perfect. Now the other way. 3. Nice. Just check your back legs facing the camera. Then 4. Yeah, nearly went the wrong way. There you go. Back leg is straight. And then bring that elbow down in. Remember what I said about the elbow? On the other side, I said bring it down so it's chin height. That's spot on that. Yeah? Because before you were lifting it too high. Look what happens if you lift it too high. Your back arches. Yeah, that's not the correct posture. Here. So it's natural. As long as your elbow under the chin, you've got them. Right? So you practice them. And Lucas, here it was left walking stance, right reverse punch, up, down, bending ready stance. Then just change. Right walking stance, left reverse punch, up, and bending ready stance. The reason I'm getting you to do that is you have to balance it on both sides. But remember what I said the last time I saw you. It's about timing. When you're up here and you squish down your hand, your foot, and your breath at the same time. Yeah, hand, foot, and breath. That's all we're trying to get. And again, see if you can hold it for 2 elephants. When you've done the bending ready stance, try not to fall over. So if you hold it, so as long as you want 1 elephant, 2 elephant, then you put your foot down. So you're building up strength, good balance in your leg, so you don't have to worry. So how are we getting on? George, George, do that again. Same side. Stop. George, do it again, but listen, only the knife hand guarding block. Stop. Now, the reason I'm stopping you is the back leg. The back leg is not facing the camera. Towards me. Your knee has to face me. That's a bit better. Yeah? Okay. So carry on then. Hey, you have to practice that side, don't you? You nearly used the wrong arm again. Yeah? And practice that one. But remember, chin height is fine. You don't need to go past chin height. There. Not way back up like that. Yeah? Because then your wrist buckles. You want to keep your arm, your wrist straight. And you're hitting under the elbow, under the chin. So you only have to lift your elbow that high. Okay? So don't worry about lifting it right over. Keep practicing. Well, that's good, Travis. Good. Nice one. Right, so for Travis, your next one, let's think about the other end of the pattern. And we're going to do twin forearm block. So you're going to go with twin forearm. Then make sure you're in L stance. Then load, aim, fire. Right, so you're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 with the twin forearm block. So do the same as you did before, but change the block to twin forearm. On you go. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's it. That's what you were doing. Good job. And then Lucas. So you're going to change it now, Lucas. That was enough practice. You do have to practice that quite a lot, yeah, because it's quite important. Balance is very important. But now you're going to do twin forearm block, the knife hands inward strike. Twin forearm block here, then down, up. See where my hands go. Think about a big motorbike. Boom, and then chop. And the hand is as high as the eyes. Twin forearm block, high knife hand inward strike. Sangpa momaki, songkal, anuro terigi. Nopunde terigi. Nopunde is high section. So that's your practice. Twin forearm block with a high strike. That's what you're doing. And Travis is doing twin forearm block, high punch. And George is now, George, you're going to stop. We're going to do a guarding stance. 1 and 2. I just want to make sure you did it right. Forearm guarding block, George. Guard. Right, and then you're going to press. Very good. And then the other way. So just turn tira and guard. And then press. Hey, good. There you go. So you're doing it better now. You must have been practicing. Yeah, you must have been practicing. But keep practicing, because what you need to start working on now is this leg's got all the weight. This one's hardly touching the floor. Yeah, and this hand is at elbow level, elbow, not away up here, elbow. And then this one is at the side. See how that's straight? It's not like this. It's not bent like this. It's straight. So you have to turn the body slightly. So I'm going to do this. This is straight forward. This half reverse facing. Yeah. Palm pressing, and this one is opposite reaction. So you're going to do that one again. Same technique. 1, 2. Right? Get practicing then. Get practicing, mister. Don't mess around with your belt, George. That just wastes time. Right? So Lucas is doing twin forearm block, knife hand and wrist strike. I'm testing my own memory here. And hold on a minute, Travis. What did they say about L stance? Do the first technique, twin forearm block. 1. Now bend the knees, bend your front knee and load aim fire. Yeah, but your back leg's not straight. You better replay this and see that it's not straight. But replay the Zoom anyway, not the Facebook, because you can't see anything on Facebook. Alright, so you have to make sure your stances are correct. The L stance, heavy on the back leg, and then when you go to punch, make sure your back leg is locked, straight. No, though, you're doing really good, you guys. Must be all the practice you're doing now. So you're still having a little bit of which hand is it kind of thing, George, but you're doing good on that one. That is very, very tricky, you know. It's very, very tricky. Keep practicing, though. You're doing well. Yeah. There you go. Now, just one thing on that one, George. See the hand that's pressing, the hand that goes up, don't put it behind you. Don't put it here, behind your head. Just have it there. See, it's actually in front of me. Yeah, it's not away back here. It's there. If you have it away back here, someone could lock your shoulder or throw you. But here, you've got a chance of not being thrown. You're quite strong here, but you're kind of weak here. Everybody's the same. We're weak here, we're strong there. So don't take your hand back like this. You can lift it up, but keep it forward. Yeah, up higher, but forward of your body. Keep going, keep practicing. Who's that just running through? That was a kicking tiger that just zoomed past there, wasn't it? That's it. Good job. I'm not sure what Lucas is up to, but hopefully he's working hard there. Twin forearm block, knife hand and strike. The next one you're going to do is you're going to cut out the first move, Lucas. I don't want you to do twin forearm block. I want you to go from here, straight into strike, then punch. Now watch the screen when I do this. I'm going to do the strike here, right? And watch my feet. Can you see my feet? I'll pull back a little bit there. There's the strike. And I'm going to do load, See the back leg? Load, aim. So you're kind of like a parallel stance. Yeah? And then you punch into a fixed stance. Not a walking, not an L, but fixed. So it's a little bit longer than an L. The knife hand's inward strike. Load, aim, fire. Now do it towards the camera again, right? Knife hand, inward strike. I'm not here, I'm here, remember? Load, aim, aim, fire. You try and practice that for me. Not for you, but for me. So, knife hand, inward strike, fixed stance, punch. Travis, you bounce there, just concentrate. I know when you go on a little bit, when you do this a few times, people like you and everybody else, you kind of forget about the little things like do an L stance like this and lock, because you've got to do something else next. Your body wants to do the next thing. You haven't finished the first thing first. Yeah? Right, so do the move again. Let me see it. Twin. 1. See, and then go. Load, aim, fire. Better, but back leg straight. Yeah, there we go. So now you're getting the hang of it. Try not to forget that, because what happens is you start cutting corners and you don't do the L stance properly. You go like this. 1 and then straight into the walking stance punch. Yeah, you got to make sure you're there in stance for the technique and then do the next one. Not bad, George, but a little bit of time. You've got to do the hand, foot and breath, George. That was a bit better. Getting good at that now. Do it on both sides, remember? And try and slow it down. The best thing for this, George, is keep doing it. No. Try and lean on your back leg. Your back leg has all the weight. It's 100%. Try not to touch the floor. Look. If you touch the floor, it stops you. Here. Gravity. Try and slow it down by putting all the weight in the back leg. It is a very tricky thing to do, but it's helped building your muscles in your back leg. So who's on the Facebook? Who's hiding in the Facebook? We've got Lucas as one, but there's somebody else hovering in the background there. We've got people on Zoom. We've got Lucas on the Book of the Face, but somebody else is looming. Or maybe it's just mums and dads. I don't know. Maybe it's mums and dads. Right, we're nearly finished, guys. So we're going to do one more thing. Let's see if we can fit one more thing in. Barrow. Right, for Dangun. The knife hand side strike. I'm going to do that for you, for Travis. It's the same thing, Travis. We're trying to concentrate on proper stance. Right? L stance, knife hand side strike. The hand that's striking is on top. It's just a basic number 1 position. Here, breathe in and strike. Cross over and strike. When you're doing this, there is a punch in Dangun straight after it. You know that. There's a strike and there's a punch. That's fine. You can do that. But try and look where you're going. Make sure you're in stance. Count 2 elephants and then load in. Fire. And it's a high punch for Dangun. George, you're going to do double forearm block in a side kick. But this is what you're going to do. I don't want you do this in the pattern, but obviously it's different in the pattern. I just want you to take 2 moves from the pattern. One of them, 1, side kick, and then down and guard, right? In the pattern, it is this one first, then punch, and all that carry on. I don't want that. For your practice right now, it's double forearm block, high double forearm block, side kick, forearm guarding block. So this is double forearm block. This is guarding block. So double forearm, back leg side kick, then forearm guarding block. But when you're doing the forearm guarding block, George, this elbow at the front must be bent. All right, so bend that elbow. Just take care. This one and this one. This is high. This is middle. High double forearm block, middle forearm guarding block. Right, that's your practice. So Travis, as you've got your practice, on your practice, knife hand side strike. Did you cross the hands there, Travis? On top. Yeah, that's it. Now strike. Good. L stance, knife hand side strike. It should be L stance though. The back leg, your back leg's not right. Your back leg should be facing me. Your knee should be facing and your foot should be facing the camera. Like this. It looks like you're like that. Looks like your back leg's facing behind you. Should be this way. Straight towards the TV or the computer. Right? Dolimio Maki now for Lucas. Dolimio Maki. I've got the hands like this. Dolimio Maki. And the breathing, all the breath control is not. Right? So don't have F, Frinsbury. We have, it's like a trumpet or a clarinet versus whatever that is. I don't know. Right? Don't do that. If I have a candle, I want to blow the candle out. I want like that, or blow someone a kiss. Right? Don't go. They won't like that. All over the face. So. Right, that's your drill. So Lucas, you get cracking with that. Where's the George gone? He's off camera. Is he hiding? He's busy. Come on, George, let's see some more. Double. Hold on a minute, George. Double forearm block. This is why I'm asking you to do it this way. Double forearm block is in a walking stance. That's not a walking stance. Double forearm block in a walking stance. Then back leg side kick. Landing in an L stance. I'm asking you to do this deliberately to just test you. Not test you, but you test your body and your memory by going, walking stance, high double forearm block, then middle side kick, then L stance forearm guarding block. So you're going walking stance, kick, L stance. Go on, practice. And on two sides, that's not a walking stance. That's a walking stance. There you go. Yeah. Now you can see why I asked you to do it. Yeah. Because it messes me head up. Come on, keep going. You got to do it on both sides. You got to do 9 minutes. That's not a walking stance. That's the same as before. Go on. Guard. That's it. Walking stance, kick, L stance, land. Keep going. Is that a walking stance? It muddles with your brain, this one, doesn't it? Walking, there we go. Then back leg, middle side kick. Nice. L stance, forearm guarding block. Yeah? So now you've got to do the other side. Gabrielle, we're almost finished, Gabrielle. We're almost finished. You can watch the replay, Gabriel. George is trying to remember walking stance and L stance. He's doing it now, though. Walking stance, then back leg, side kick, land, L stance, forearm guarding block. Yeah, very good. So this is the Warriors class, or is it the Warriors class? That's better, Travis. But your stance, what stance is it? Should be an L stance, yeah. Should be an L stance. There you go. Right then, guys, stop in there. That's it for today. Back again tomorrow. Well done. It's good hard work. Don't forget to do a replay, hashtag replay on these. And the fact that you're in Zoom, when I put the Zoom video up, you'll be able to access it and I'm talking directly to you. Yes, you'll be able to do this again. And even if you do it on Facebook or YouTube, I'll be talking to you. You're in the video. Even though you're there and nobody can see you, only me, I'm talking to you. When you do a hashtag replay, I'm talking to you. So it's like your personal video when I talk to you. All right, let's finish. Chalia. Kumne. Well done for getting here online. It's pretty, well, it's damp, it's wet, it's miserable out there, isn't it? I'll see you next class, which will probably be tomorrow. Well done. Keep practicing. Keep practicing. Don't stop practicing. What was it? I can't remember what I used to say now. Stop not practicing. Next video coming up. Forgot to add my name. Well, you can put it in now. Yeah, put your name in. Make sure it's the full name. I'm moving on to the next one now. But well done. I'll see you all next.